Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to go over the latest and greatest new tip for you to do even more damage as a feral druid in raids. Now, you may have heard of this. It's been floating around the internet for a little bit now, and what we're talking about today is Force of Nature. Now, the way that this works is you set up your dual spec so that your off spec is balanced. You go all the way down in the talent tree till you get Force of Nature, which summons 3 tree ants, and you basically use that before you pull a boss. You spec swap back to feral, go cap form, and then pull the boss engage and do big damage. Now, how does this actually result in good damage? Well, I have some logs to show you. This first one in particular is a log of Mayexna. This guy absolutely blasted, did 6.1k DPS, and his Force of Nature did 21k damage on the entire fight, adding 242 DPS to his final number at the end, which is nothing to scoff at whatsoever. That is absolutely solid and did more damage than any of his bear weaving abilities combined. Well, not combined. There's another log here, Patchwork. This guy used Force of Nature. It added up to 15.1k damage on the fight, giving him a total of 121 DPS on this pull. And lastly, we have another one here. This guy, this is the rank 1 currently for Feral Druids on a Nuber Khan. He has a use of Force of Nature here, only doing 9.8k damage here, but it does add 179 DPS on the pull, and it's actually doing more damage than a Global Thermal Sapper charge that hit 3 targets, which is pretty ridiculous. So Force of Nature is just absolutely blasting. And we can even take this a step further, because Force of Nature works just like basically every other summon in the game, as it works off a snapshot. So if you want to take this further, all you got to do is get a Boomkin set going on the side now. Congrats. So collect all the spell power gear you can, equip all that spell power gear, and then summon your Force of Nature, and they'll do even more damage. But wait, there's more. We can actually take this even further and use things like Manual Crowd Pummeler. Yes, that's right. Ferals are still using Manual Crowd Pummeler to this day. We have not given it up. You could use Manual Crowd Pummeler to snapshot on your Force of Nature, and they will get that snapshot of the haste, adding even more damage to your Force of Nature, which is just free damage. Absolutely free damage. And guys, it actually gets worse. Get this. You can actually abuse this type of bug with other classes. Here's a screenshot. I unfortunately don't have any footage or any logs of it yet, but here's a screenshot of a guy who summoned his Gargoyle, was able to then spec swap to Frost, and then while he was out of combat, was able to engage another mob and still had his Gargoyle up doing some damage on this mob while not having any points in Unholy, as you can see here. This is also abusable by Shamans. You can go Enhance, go all the way down to Spirit Wolves, summon your Wolves, then spec swap to Ellie, and then pull a boss. Obviously, you would want some innervates in order to make up for the mana loss, but you could summon a boss and actually have your wolves up. Now, the Shaman one's actually weird. Consistently, this interaction actually results in you only having 1 wolf available instead of 2, so there's some type of blockage happening there, which I think is just a blatant bug. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But still, 1 wolf available while you're pulling a boss, hell, that could amount to maybe 10 to 20k damage done, something around that. Wolves update dynamically and can be lusted, so the Pandora's box is still on the open for that one. And ultimately, I feel like this whole thing is just, it's a weird abuse of what the current situation is. I hope that this isn't something that lasts long term, but until then, guys, you're welcome. Thanks for clicking on the video. Please use this information. Use it and abuse it. Do more damage. Have fun with it. But me personally, I feel like this is very reminiscent of a similar bug that was discovered on the beta, which is a very clear bug and was since then fixed. But here's this clip, and you may have seen it before. And this is on the beta and has been fixed. But essentially, this Blood DK has given his buddy Hysteria. He is now spec swapping to Unholy. And as you can see, Hysteria has maintained on his friend. So this was reported on the beta and was quickly fixed. However, we're what, like 4-5 weeks into Classic, and these spec swapping abuses still exist. So I'm kind of hoping that Blizzard does something about this, as I think this is pretty egregious. Until then, please go ahead, have fun with it. But if you feel like this is bad for the community, if this takes away from your ability to have a PvP off spec, from having a tank off spec or healer off spec, or whatever you wanted to do with your off spec, then please, by all means, share this video. It's important that if we care about issues like this, that we share them and have them sent to the masses, so that the decision makers and the powers that may be at Blizzard can actually see this and do something about it. Either fix it, or maybe we do something from a Warcraft log perspective. So anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please, please, please share this video if you think it's important. And thanks so much for the support. I've got some more videos coming for you, but I just wanted to get this one out there, as I think this issue is really important, and it matters to me because it affects me, because I'm a feral player. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.